Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Wanted to stop by today and remember we talked about I'm at my messy table, my second work table. Remember we talked about if a business organization or some type of entity, in order for them to know who we are and what our product is, we have to literally get it out there. And think about it, we're living in a time of newness, and you hear people talk about the new norm, the new this, the new that, right? So if there is a newness, you trust and believe, I want the Jewelry by BDK collection to be a part of the newness that is presenting itself, right? And we know that it's new because there's a lot of things that are happening that were not happening before March 2020. So for me, I want to utilize or maximize the newness in the present. So whatever is going on right now, I want to be a part of what is going on. I want Jewelry by BDK to be a part of whatever is going on. And it's almost like if you stood in the middle of the street and there's a mighty rushing wind coming through, and you have two hands full of helium balloons, and you just let those balloons go. So that means those balloons are going to go anywhere the wind takes them, right? So that's like your product or your service. So for me, this is what I'm getting ready to do. I've created a list, and the list is for movie and TV studios in Los Angeles, California, right? Remember, CBS, Fox Studio, Television City, Culver City Studios, Paramount Pictures, Sony Studios, 20th Century Fox, Universal Studios, Warner Brothers Studios, ABC Studios. They have no idea about Jewelry by BDK. But guess what? Somebody at any one of these studios is going to know about Jewelry by BDK. Why is that? Because what I'm getting ready to do is pick 7 of these movie studios, and I'm going to send out 7 promo boxes of jewelry. So in each one of these boxes, the priority boxes, I'm going to put 7 pieces of jewelry in each one of those boxes and mail them out on July 7th. So my whole objective is the number 7 being involved in when I mail. So why, Darlene, why the number 7? Well, think about it. The creation was created in 6 days, and the Lord rested on the seventh day, right? The book of Revelation talks about the 7 churches, the 7 books, the 7 seals, the 7 angels, and even the Quran speaks about 7 heavens. So for me, 7 is a spiritual number. It's a holy number. Um, it's a pure number. It's a good number. So for me, I'm going to pick 7 of these different studios. I'm going to put 7 pieces of jewelry and these priority mailboxes along with a letter. You guys have seen what my proposal letter looks like, but I will make some revisions to it that will be more in terms of costume for their costume department. And every box that I send out will go addressed to their costume department, specifically so because that's where I want it to go. 7 boxes, 7, because it's a holy number. Do I know what will happen with this? Absolutely not. And that's a beautiful thing about it. We have no idea what will come from it. So we want to take on the idea of planting seeds. And when scripture talks about planting, and you're going to plant some in good ground, stony ground, rocky ground, and you will never know what will come from or what type of ground that is until what? You plant some seeds. So when you plant the seeds, it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens, right? And I'm also going to add the Tyler Perry Studio is going to be one of the 7 that I'm going to send. And then for me, when I go through and I do my research and I look at all the different programs, ABC has like morning shows. CBS has morning shows. Like a lot of these have morning shows where the women have to wear, well, not have to, but they wear jewelry. And then if you think about certain movies where they wear a nice amount of jewelry, there's also BET studios where there's a new show, because I've been researching the shows. So there's a new show that's called, I think it's called Run the World. And I noticed that they wear, pieces of jewelry. And I said, oh, okay, well, their fashion sense or style matches my jewelry. It matches. right? So for me, you can see where an online presence makes a whole lot of sense, because once you start sending this stuff out, right, the first thing these people are going to do is go online to look at your online presence. They want to see what you're doing, how long you've been doing it. Do you have good reviews? Is the website, looks like that you handle business, and that's what you want. So we have to plant seeds, and it's all about investing in yourself. Am I sending product out for free? I don't see it as sending it out for free. I'm investing in myself and also in my business, because the whole objective and the mindset is awareness. I want them to be aware that Jewelry by BDK exists. So if they don't buy anything or use anything on the day or within some, set of time when I send it, and eventually at some point, oh, okay, well, this is here, right? I don't know what's going to happen on the other end, but I'm just saying, you may not get a sale or a new customer for a year, but who cares, as long as they are aware that Jewelry by BDK exists. And that's how we want to start thinking. You want to start thinking on a more elevated level. If you want to do like local shows, if you want to do conferences, if you want to do music festivals, if you want to do all those things are absolutely cool. That's even more exposure. But then, because of the time in which we are living in, it is the opportune time to elevate to whole new levels of awareness for your business, for your product, for your service, for whatever it is that you do. And I'm going to say this again, if you are not 100% on top of your business and what you do as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, at producing product and having inventory available, don't even do none of what I'm suggesting that you do, because I'm telling you, when these people come knocking, they are about business. I used to have a website. It's called Vibin on Films, and I still have the YouTube channel, and it's Vibin, VIBEN, the word on films, FILMS. So it's Vibin on Films, and it's a YouTube channel where I put movie trailers up and all those different things. And before the pandemic, we used to go to premieres, private showings, like all things uh, entertainment, right? So when the pandemic hit, because we were a two team person, we just I was like, okay, this is just too much work. I can still keep doing the trailers. I can still keep doing some of the interviews. I can still keep doing some of that stuff, right? Okay, cool. And I said that to say that these people are about business. So if you are not about business, if you are not about deadlines, if you are not about presentation, if you are not about timelines, if you are not about handling it on an elevated level, don't even attempt none of this stuff that I'm talking about, because this is on a whole nother level of business. And if you are not about business, I mean, seriously, it's like you wasting your time, because that's what they're about. And they will, I mean, hey, it's business. So when you start doing these things, you have to absolutely positively be ready. That's like when I said, before I send the 7 boxes out, I'm going to go to the website, jewelrybybdk.com, and I'm going to upload the pictures for the statement bracelets, like those big chunky bracelets that I have, because those are like the coolest things. I can see people on set wearing those, because they're very fashionable, they're very different, they're very one of a kind, they're very outside of the norm of jewelry that you see. So before I even mail the 7 boxes with the 7 pieces in it and that type of stuff, I'm going to go to the website. I'll make sure that those big chunky pieces are on there. So whenever whomever gets the boxes with the product in it and they go to the website, they'll see the bracelets, the chunky necklaces, and all those good things. And that's the whole thing. Familiarity, awareness, right? Because they have no idea who Darlene Knight is or Jewelry by BDK. But I guarantee you this, by the end of this year, they gonna know, because I'm gonna do 7 and then I'm gonna do another 7. And don't underestimate the power of independent movie studios and television studios either. I mean, they have followings, they have a nice market of for themselves. So it's like, don't underestimate those small ones either. So anyway, wanted to share that with you guys. And I think what I'll do is maybe tomorrow, today is Friday, maybe tomorrow, Saturday, I'll show you guys how I package it up, how I'm going to package it up, the letter that I'll put inside, and then all that good stuff, and I'll label it up, but I won't mail it out until either, when is the 17th? The 17th is on next Thursday, right? So if I don't mail it out on June 17th, I'll mail it out on July 7th. And I kind of like July 7th better because July 7th gives me a lot more time to puff up the website with a lot more inventory, to put more posts on the Instagram page, on the Facebook page, just doing a whole lot more, and also on the YouTube channel. And remember, when you do that, you want to include all your social media platforms so that these people can go and they can check those things out. Okay, anyway, that was just a little bit I wanted to share with you guys. Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. Guess what, ladies? We'll talk soon.